You're vibe coding and you keep seeing in chat, use Supabase, use Supabase. Should you actually use it? Therefore, let me explain as fast as possible what is Supabase. Let's jump in. Welcome back, y'all, to the very large series where we are going over vibe coding fundamentals as fast as possible. Today's video, we are checking out Supabase. Let's take a step back and just understand fundamentally what it is. So you're vibe coding and you're getting to the point of localhost 3000 and you want to share it. You want to make it so that the product is live and Supabase keeps coming up. So the idea behind Supabase is that this is supposed to be your one-stop shop for all things fundamental for a real application. Whether that is a database for different actions done in your application, e.g. user signs up with email, we need to store the email, and then that email is associated with specific data like their profile image. And then on top of that, things like authentication. Log in, sign up, log out, file storage, image, video files, PDFs. And they do a really cool thing, which is like WebSockets and real-time data. I encourage you to check out my WebSocket video to understand more why you would use that. But the point being of what Supabase is at a base level is that it takes your local code that's being ran on your machine. So when you launch localhost 3000 or whatever your local environment is, and it's just being run on there, and it takes this code and it puts it into a server room that they rent. All this server room is just like that warehouse of computers. And literally all Supabase is, so we'll do S for Supabase, all Supabase is, this is going to be like a big shock, y'all. You're going to be like, whoa, what? How is that possible? Is a wrapper of AWS. What is AWS? That is Amazon Cloud, right? This is where Amazon owns majority of the market when it comes to cloud providing. And all cloud providing is a bunch of computers that you rent. And what Supabase does is it takes the bunch of technical knowledge that you would need to know when it comes to deploying a real software in the cloud via AWS, and they just make it super easy. It's like when you go to a restaurant and you order in person, it's going to be cheaper than when you order on DoorDash. So in theory, you could run your exact same software and website on AWS. It'd be cheaper, but you'd have to know more, right? Supabase makes it simple. And by making it simple, you can access like real things in your application, like the database I was referencing, a authentication system, storage, real-time, everything of this nature. What makes Supabase really popular though, and what you should know, is its logic when it comes to the database is Postgres. Now, if you want to learn more about Postgres, check out this channel, okay? Check out the vibe coding playlist. I go over what Postgres means and the difference between Supabase and Firebase. Why am I not using Firebase situation? What you need to understand though is that vibe coding and these AI models are getting so good. You don't have to understand this too deep, but logically what Postgres does when it comes to storing users' data and then showing users' data in a nice little beautiful front end is it's extremely scalable, and it has the ability, whether you're creating a directory of 10 books or 20 million books, very simple lines and commands to search underlying databases and then reflect that data. You genuinely don't need to understand what I just said there, but what you need to understand is that Supabase just makes it easy for your AI model to be like, oh, we're using Supabase? Oh, it's Postgres. I like Postgres situation. And then who really cares? And that's like the whole like jargon of like ship fast. And the idea of they have like very, very generous quote unquote free tiers just to kind of bait you in a little bit, like use the platform situation. And in theory, there's no lock-in, as Postgres is like that's native to GCP and also AWS, which does bring up a pretty big point here. But do realize when it comes to like it's cheap now, then maybe more expensive at scale, that is kind of real with Supabase. But to be honest with you, by the time that would even matter for your application, like, whoa, Corbin, Supabase is expensive, then you should be making enough money to cover that anyways. Like your software should have blown up by then, right? So logically, Supabase does seem like a viable option if you want to proceed. Now, me personally, I like using GCP directly with Firebase since they're both native with each other. I'm just a very big Google person when it comes to software development, but that's a personal preference. Supabase, make sure you leave a like, super like. I'll see you in the next. Did Corn quite literally just explain what Supabase is, and Supabase is just a wrapper of AWS type of video?